So my foundation and all that jazz is done. I do have a brow video and a contouring and highlighting video up, so go check those out. I did film a foundation routine video with the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation just before this. So that, I'm not sure which one's going up first, but regardless, you'll see it eventually. I'm not really sure what I want to do with my eye makeup today, but I know I want to use this purple mascara that I picked up the other day. It looks more blue on camera. It is definitely a blue-based purple. This is by Maybelline. It is the Mega Plush Deep Velvet. I think there is also a blue and a green. This is in the shade Purple Velvet. But I want to use that. So I'll probably do something with purple on the lower lash line, but I'll probably keep everything else really simple. So if you want to see my wing it tutorial with purple mascara, then please keep on watching. So for the sake of not having to reach for a million products in this video, I'm just going to be using my Kat Von D Spellbinding Eyeshadow book. I have kind of laid off using this in videos because I know that it is no longer available because it was limited edition for the holiday season, but I still do use this quite frequently, and to be honest, for what I think I want to do, this is perfect because it has these three purpley shades in here, and then it's got a lot of neutral shades, and just for the sake of not having to use a million things, I'm just going to use this. But the shades that I'm going to be using are not incredibly unique. You could find something very similar almost anywhere, but so yeah, just for the sake of not having to use a million products, I'm just going to use this. But to prime my eyes, I am going to use this Rimmel Scandaleyes shadow pencil in Bulletproof Beige, and it is kind of the same color as Rubenesque, but a little bit more goldy and not so peachy. And then for my lower lash line, just because I really want the color to be intense, first I'm going to take this Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Plum, and on a tiny brush, so let me, if I can get it out of the cup here, I'm going to use my Real Techniques accent brush, and I need a mirror. And I'm just going to lightly run that through the product, and I'm going to buff it on the outer corner of my eye, just so the color that I apply there will have a little bit more intensity near the lash line. And then I'm also going to use this watercolor liner from M Cosmetics in Royal Amethyst. This is a beautiful purple color. And I'm just going to, can I have any more things in my hand? Seriously. And I'm just going to run that starting at the darker purple and going about, just to about there. Because I'm going to put a very light purple on the inner corner, I think. And I'm just going to smudge that out with my accent brush again. So actually, I lied about just using the Kat Von D Spellbinding Eyeshadow book. I'm going to go into the Monarch palette, and I'm going to take this shade here called Killing Jar. And it's just a matte brown. It's similar to Naked in the original Naked palette, so if you have that, you can use that. And I'm just going to run that in my crease. This is just a very neutral brown. It's great for defining a light crease. And it's matte, so it's not going to be super obvious. So, like I said, you can use the original Naked palette color that is similar to this. I believe it's called Naked. Or even if you have the Naked Basics palette, you could use Naked 2, which is also still very similar to the shade that I am using. I did bring that down and around onto the outer corner in the outer V area a little bit, because that is all the crease work I'm going to be doing for this look. The upper lid is going to be very simple. Then I chose to use this color here, which is kind of a peachy tone, but it has like a lavender duochrome to it, which kind of makes it a little bit unique, but you could just use a peachy tone. And I'm just on the same brush, and I'm just going to apply that all the way across the lid, up into the crease and just blending over where we placed our first color. Just to kind of blend everything out, just run it over everything and make sure everything is blended. And that is pretty much the eyeshadow for the top lid. See, I've kind of already done this eye. But to start the purple, I'm going to dip into this lavender shade called Arcadia. And on my accent brush from Real Techniques, I am just going to start applying that color around the tear duct. So where we have no base color down, apply that there. But you want to take and you want to blend it over that lighter purple eyeliner we put under the center of the eye. So when we go to apply the next color, you get a good gradient effect and it blends better. So then the next color I'm going to go into is this one here called Babe. And it is definitely a deeper purple, but it's more of a blue-toned purple as well, like the mascara. And just on the same brush, I'm going to blend it over top of where we ended that one color, or our first color. And then I'm going to take it back to where we started the darker base with the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. And just make sure that we get everything blended so our gradient looks smooth. Then I'm going to dip into the darkest purple tone in the palette, which is this one here called Wonderland. And it's more of a mauve-y maroon shade of purple, but it's going just on the outer portion of the eye where we applied that caviar stick. And it is quite a bit darker than the shade we applied beforehand. So once you get that down, dip back into Babe, which is our second color we used. And then where that starts, blend over top. So you're creating more of a gradient effect. Because when you blend that lighter shade over top, it will create a whole different kind of color, so the gradient looks a little bit more smoothly and it looks more like we used 4 colors instead of 3. So then dipping back into Wonderland, I don't know why I did this off camera, I think because I was just trying to figure out what I was doing, but I ended up doing it to both eyes. From the bottom lash line, I winged the liner up, or the color up, and then just continuing with the same brush, I'm going to bring that color in and start lining the top lash line with it. But I'm only going to go about halfway, I think, because I want to keep the top lid very neutral, I guess, or natural, or just keep it light. How about that? So I'm only going to go about halfway, just like that. But then I'm going to go over top with my shading brush, and without picking up any color, I'm going to buff that out. And I'm going to buff it up a little bit as well. Just like that. So that pretty much does it for the eyeshadow. I did intensify the outer corner a little bit with an angle brush and that same Wonderland maroony purple color, but you don't have to. You can leave it soft if you wanted to. I just like the way it looks a little bit more intense. And then for the waterline, I'm going to go back with this M Cosmetics waterliner in the color Royal Amethyst. You could use a nude liner, you could use black. It just depends on what you want to do, but I'm going to keep with the purple. And I'm not going to go all the way into the tear duct with it. I'm just going to apply it on mainly where the darker purple colors are. And this will just help to intensify that purple we've got going on. This would be great for like green eyes. Purple always, I think, looks very good on green eyes. So I did go ahead and curl my top lashes and apply mascara to my top lashes, and I just used the original Mega Plush Volume Express in Very Black, which is like one of my holy grail mascaras. So now on to bottom lashes and the purple mascara. So just going to apply that to the bottom lashes. I think it's different. It's something different, I think. I like different. So you can see that it definitely did make my lower lashes purple. But it's not like an everyday mascara. I would not walk around with purple eyelashes all over the place. I don't think that's, I don't know, some people might like that. Like, I know younger girls will be like, ooh, purple lashes. Because when they had color mascaras when I was a teenager, I was all about that crap. No joke. But the formula on this is different than the original Mega Plush, so yeah, half dozen one or the other. I do like the purple lashes, though. I think it adds a little something different to the makeup. And I just realized I did not apply any blush. So I'm going to go into my BH Cosmetics Glamorous Blush Palette. And I think I'm actually going to use this lavendery shade because purple. And just using my Real Techniques blush brush, just dipping that in there and tapping off any excess. Do my sassy face. Ooh, I like this color. So for lips with this, I kind of feel like you could do whatever you wanted to do, but I am going to use my new favorite nude lipstick by MAC. It is Wood Rose. This is limited edition, so if you are wanting this, go get it. And it's just very pretty. And so with that, that finishes this pop of color purple mascara look. I hope you guys enjoyed this, found this helpful, something along those lines, and I will see you in my next video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.